Yeah.
Do I know at this point, all right? You know I'm going to leave most weeks before 10 o'clock. You don't book the card accordingly, that's on you.
Aaron, if you want to be the curtain jerker for the rest of your life, then fucking go nuts, lad. I will not object to that problem. You main event Morris can fuck off. Fair enough. I can take a hint.
I haven't been the main. The only time Bear last week it was in the main event was I think week 1. I think.
I haven't been in the main event since 1998. And that was by accident. It was an administrative error.
It's been 47 years since I've had a main event.
And he disqualified himself.
Yeah. So, right then. Yeah, let's go on, lads. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to Future Wrestling here on the Nerds of Us channel. We are a couple of weeks away from our next live special, which we have officially crowned Winner Takes All. And we've had some matches made for it, excitingly enough. Yes, there is one of the future world champions. The other...
Where's yours, Violet? Where's your actual physical belt? Do you not get one?
Just take that up with Decker.
It's in the post.
Actually, hold on 1 second.
She's also not a mark, so she doesn't have her own title belt.
He's disappeared.
Like I made Mike one, you know, that like
I got two.
Oh, for fuck!
You know, fancy
Can you
saying
do
I think this was your one, but you know, I'm taking it because you know.
Thief.
Yeah, to be fair, there's only one thief allowed on the roster, and we all know who fucking that is, eh? We all know who that is. We all know who that could be.
I'm not sure.
Sorry, anyway, so on the left-hand side of the call tonight is obviously one of our current future world champions, which is Violet Storm. Obviously very professional at the moment. Kira laughing through my introduction for no reason. Are you excited?
I'm laughing at Aaron's face.
I don't know. Yeah, it is a very funny face.
Sorry, my cats are having their own wrestling match.
Yeah.
So fucking shit of each other, so sorry about that.
Fantastic. You'd love to see it. We might book that for the pay-per-view because that's been kind of the most agreeable storyline we've had so far. But so Kira, the main event is set for Winner Takes All. It's you versus Alan Morph in the backyard match. You must be very excited for it.
Sure. Put it that way. Excited, apprehensive as to what exactly is going to be put in the backyard. But,
what sort of shenanigans are in tow? Yeah, I get you. I hear you. How about you, Casey? Are you hoping that the backyard match will get back to the real Alan Morph? Because I mean, you haven't won since you came back, Casey. You know, pressure's on.
You're right, Decker. I haven't won since my return. You know, but you know, I'm not going up against Morris and Garrick. I went up against Cutter and fucking Kaiser. So if you want to talk about fair, make a tag team match. Kaiser versus Munchie Morris and Gally and Gallic.
I mean, I'm not saying that I put the stakes up against you, but you are one of the world champions. I'm expecting good shit here. Okay, granted, you may have been technically outweighed by a factor of 2, but you're a champion, damn it. Take on all comers.
And I have.
You have, technically speaking, you have.
Taken them on.
With various scales of success.
Various.
Let's put the caveat that they were non-title. If it was a title match, you'd win.
Exactly. I don't think I could live in a world where Vladimir Kaiser is my world champion.
I don't think you would ever let that happen.
No, that's true. That is true.
It would never be that position.
The episode would have never happened. It was an urban legend. It
was all a lie.
It was all a lie. It never happened.
Almost like Garrick winning the world title. Could you imagine?
Never happened. So on the bottom left, playing double duty again tonight is Foxy playing both Silver Fox and Nathan Youngblood. Again, a busy night in store for both of your characters, Foxy, has to be said. So again, we know about the Rose games kind of floating in the background. Is Silver Fox entering the Rose games, or is he staying out of it, considering he did get sparked out 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, this is a decision that's still up in the air for Silver Fox. So that remains to be found out. Maybe tonight. Who knows?
Perhaps. It is the last week of the buy-in, so we'll have to find out there. And for Nathan Youngblood, he has a bit of business himself with Lee Conor Lock.
Yeah, Yeah. We'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah, indeed. And while we're here, then obviously, and the bottom screen at the moment is James Rage. James, how's it going? Cheers, Jamie. That was actually very profound. I haven't heard him cut a hot promo like that in months. And
So articulate.
Yeah, man. Honestly, like, wow, we're fucking dead on. And currently in the bottom right then is Aaron. Obviously playing referee at the moment for your Cats. How are things with you at the moment?
Great.
Good.
And after last week's sneak attack, yeah, fine.
And
Just in time for the intro.
No
yes,
one was talking about your
Oh,
call.
fuck off. No way are you only starting now.
we had some
Yeah.
admin to start off with, yeah.
For God's sake, you're getting worse.
So as I was saying, Aaron, how have you recovered from officially the quickest match in Future Wrestling history?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just
Yeah,
the end of that one. I thought I wouldn't say that one.
Short and
Yeah.
sweet like your match.
that's fair. And again, obviously, just dropping in right at the witching hour here. Mainly because like he thought he was going to be late. Cutter, welcome to the show, buddy.
Great to see your timekeeping is fantastic as always, guys.
We are always an hour late, because that's how it works. But Dennis, obviously, we've seen little of Cutter at the moment because he's had a lot of admin, a lot of paperwork to deal with, a lot of counting money to deal with. Fair to say you have shied away from the Rose games so far.
Oh, fuck yeah. No interest in going back near that pasty fucker.
Yes.
I've had my fill of Fred Rose, and I'm afraid I'd have to kill him this time to actually just get him to leave me alone. So
That is a possibility,
Yeah.
in fairness. I mean, I don't think anyone would really blame you for that, really. And if anything, probably encourage it.
Cutter's doing quite well on his own. He doesn't need any prize money or anything like that from some tournament. If he's gonna do it, it'll be for some other reason.
Interesting. That's an interesting little wrinkle to throw in there, Dennis. Interesting. Again, I couldn't possibly comment on who could bring you into the Rose games, but I suppose we'll find out later on tonight if that's the case. So there you
It
go.
won't be Jim Morris, I can tell you that.
I highly doubt
categorically.
Jim Morris.
Categorically, I can tell you that for a fact.
What was it about his presentation last week that put you off? If you don't mind me saying so.
Was it the projector?
The-
I think it was the projector.
Was
The
it actually
whole thing.
the whole
His
presentation?
presence in general, just
Sorry, I was trying to make it a little bit more professional. Why are you coming in just talking? You said it'd
it's
be
taken
nice.
me this long to get rid of his stench from the office. He doesn't wash his gear. It's bad. See?
Yeah, that's a
That
fair
I-
point.
Agreement. Just like,
It's worse than
yeah,
the-
he stinks.
It's worse than the animals agree with you. But there you go. So yeah, with that, guys, we're going to get on with the show. So okay then. So I'm going to appreciate it's going to look very weird in the edits, but we're just about to do the start of the show now. Dennis Stitch was only in for 5 seconds, so thanks, Dennis, for your contribution today. But so let's get on with the show. So the show's going to open as ever with Mike Dublin at ringside, welcoming us as ever to Future Wrestling from the Future Wrestling arena here. Interesting times ahead, ladies and gentlemen, as we are currently in the midst of uncharted waters, if you want to call it that, as we have 2 world champions on the go here, and that will still be the case as we reach Winner Takes All, our next live special in 3 weeks' time. But that's not all. As well as I understand it, it is the final week of the buy-in, as it's being called, for the Rose Games. We have a little bit of information to give you on that regard, but before we get to that as well, some late breaking news coming in here. I just was told before we went to air that another match has been signed for Winner Takes All, and is a battle of the generations, as Conor Locke will be taking on the living legend himself, Nathan Youngblood. That match was just signed today as a consequence of what happened last week. Conor Locke not here tonight But Nathan Youngblood is, and we'll be hopefully getting to hear from him at some point tonight over that match being announced. Moving back to the Rose Games, we do have some information on some of the teams being entered in. We have 2 official teams already entered into the Rose Games. The first off we can say is that the future World Tag Team Champions, Rapman and Bobbin, have entered the fray. They have coughed up the money in a sense, but they're not coming alone. They have brought some big company in the former legend, former world champion in their own right. The big Croatian Big Sven is making his return to Future Wrestling, a stalwart of season 1, now coming back to help out Rapman and Bobbin in their adventures in the Rose Games. Another intriguing team that have certainly made waves here at Future Wrestling is the Mile High Club, this new alliance between Negredo and Kevin Kite. But they're also going to be joined by the mysterious Davina Laveau, an interesting trio there. They have also entered the Rose Games. Obviously, the Rose family themselves are obviously going to be in those games as well, but their team is not official just yet. We are apparently going to hear tonight the full team. Of course, that is not all in terms of our action tonight. We have a main event that is perhaps the first time we've ever had it all the gold, as the 2 future world champions, the team of Violet Storm and Alan Morph, will be taking on the tag team champions in Rapman and Bob, and that promises to be a fascinating encounter for everyone involved. And on that topic, we're going to cut to ringside right now. We're going to have the contract signing for that future World Championship match. Let's go to ringside now. So with that, then it'll cut to rings to the ring announcer, who will welcome in Kyle Decker, who essentially takes the microphone off him and goes, well, it's fair to say, if you told me at the start of season 2 that I'd have to try and pick between 2 potential world champions, I would have called you a liar, but this is what we are living with at the moment. Like I said last week, I think both competitors have a valid claim to that championship belt, but there can only be one champion. And that's where we're going to decide a winner takes all in that backyard match. So at this time, I want to make this match official. I want to make this contract signing public. So let's bring out our 2 contenders. First, ladies and gentlemen, Alan Morph. So, Alan, your entrance is up first. Talk us through what's going on with the entrance.
I come out normal, belt kind of clutching it by me waist, like in a kind of open hand position, like just looking at it. And I'm holding my chest a little because last 2 weeks I got chopped by giants.
Fair point, yeah.
And I'm a big angry face on him. Well, you can't see it because he's wearing a mask, but he just goes to the ring, rolls in, paces left, paces right, stops at it, looks down at his chair, immediately picks it up, throws it over the top rope, and just continues pacing left and right.
All right, that is weird. And the person that's going to be facing Alan Moore for that World Championship is the one that's also currently holding that belt. Will you please welcome Violet Storm? So again, Violet, your music hits as well. So talk us through how your entrance is playing out.
Okay, so I walk through the curtain, not wearing gear yet, just jeans, leather jacket, and head down to the ring. Keep my eye on Alan Moore, seeing as he's pacing like a caged tiger. Just stepping in through the ropes, but I'm not sitting down either while he's pacing.
All right then, so fair to say things are a little bit tense out here, but like I said, I think it's in everyone's best interest to do this out in the ring in front of the crowd here, who obviously are entitled to see these proceedings play out. So I'm going to invite at least one of you to try and sign this contract first. So Violet, seeing that you're in the ring yourself, I'd appreciate if you'd be the first one to sign this deal. Let's make this match official.
No problem. I'm happy to sign one. You want to see who's the best of the best?
And away you do. So yeah, you'll sign it there. And again, now it's up to Decker to go. And again, the same goes to you, Alan. If you can get yourself in the ring for a minute, because like I said, we want to get this match official. So if you can come in here and sign this contract, I'd appreciate it.
Rolls into the ring, walks up to the table, smiles at the contract, reaches into the pocket, picks out a Violet Beaver badge, opens the pin, pricks his finger, writes AM in blood, and then friends forever with a smiley face under it and gives the contract back.
The safety's going to have a field day with that, but thanks for the signature, Alan. Like I said, this is going to be a backyard match. It's a match stipulation that both of you know very well. Both of you have, if anything, been pioneers of it in season 1, so it only seems fair that you're going to do this in your way. So I'm going to take my leave. I'm going to leave this microphone here. If you want to say your pieces to each other, perhaps we want to get it off your chest before the main event tonight, because I expect you to both to be working as a team for that match. Next week and the week after, it's a very different story, but I'll trust you to be on the same page tonight. And we'll leave it there. So Decker's going to leave, and whoever wants to take the microphone first can do so.
I want Violet to reach for the microphone, but be sure before she grabs it, I snatch it. As I say, good luck. Put the mic back down and leave.
Before he gets through the curtain, I won't say my piece.
Go for it.
Thank you.
I've never stabbed any of my tag team partners in the back. And when it comes to our match, yeah, it's winner takes all. No bad blood, though.
Well, bad blood is certainly the case there, and it was the blood of Alan Morph that signed that contract. Again, a very unusual mindset Alan Morph finds himself in, as is often the case, as we've seen the last couple of weeks of Future Wrestling action. But again, from Violet Storm's point of view, this is essentially just another step in the road to her journey as being world champion. And if she has to go through Alan Morph, that's exactly what they're going to have to do. And for Alan Morph, it's more of a case of proving that he was worthy of that belt to begin with. And we cut the commercial on that with our opening segment. So guys, thank you very much for that. So give us your look rolls on that. So I'm giving a +1 to both of you on that. So this will be +2 rolls overall for both of you.
Fucking
wow.
Fuck off.
Fucking
That's
snake
impressive.
eyes.
Fuck off.
That's impressive.
Fucking snake eyes.
Fucking snake dice, more like. Holy shit. And there you go. There's an audience for Violet Storm. Holy shit. Look,
Brand new
some
dice,
fucking
and you
dice.
still fucking roll snake eyes.
Yeah,
How?
honestly. Fucking hell.
Bad juju.
Impressive.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
You're
So
in with the wrong crowd during that time off.
yeah, looks like it, man. You've been hanging out with the wrong crowd. So Cutter, you can kind of start this promo. So again, we're gonna have the same kind of shot as last time, where like there's a bit more of a dwindling queue at this time. You'll probably see someone like come out of a queue, kind of like shaking their head. It's not working, and the door kind of closes in, and it's obviously Cutter's office. So the camera shimmies around the door, and we see kind of like Cutter just like putting the phone down and like kind of like finishing off whatever last call he has. So Cutter, if you want to take it from there.
Swear to fucking Christ, the sooner this stupid Rose thing is over, the better. I thought I was done with that fucker, and he's back. All I can say is thank fuck he hasn't come into this goddamn office. Anyway, next, come on in.
Can I ask, is there a freestanding door a la the APA?
Yes.
Oh God,
Perfect.
yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Please, I ask you to use it.
In that case, yeah, literally. So I go to walk past it, I clock it, I say fuck it, I step back and I knock politely.
Yep, come on.
I
I don't know who it could be.
I open the door, I walk in, I stare down Cutter and I let that image settle for a second.
James. I have to say, of all the people, didn't expect you to come through the door. You're not really the type that needs my help with anything. In fact, one of the last interactions we had, or sorry, rather, one of the first interactions we had, God, you broke my fucking jaw. But hey, you know what? I was a different guy then. It's all in the past. I've let that shit go. I'm more than happy to hear whatever the hell it is you want. So yeah, floor is yours, man.
You're surprised to see me walking through this door. Trust me, I'm surprised to see me walking through this door. You see, you're right. I'm here about the Rose Games because that's what everybody's talking about. But rest assured, Cutter, what sets me apart from everybody else is the reason why. The reason why I want to enter the Rose Games. You see, everyone else is out here playing Fred's games. I just want Midas. All I want is the opportunity to get my hands around his throat. Now, I was more than happy to go solo. I was more than happy to enter the games, a team unto myself. But then I was told that the insurance wouldn't cover me. I was told that it would not be allowed. So I said, fine. I looked around. I turned to my blood. I turned to my family, and Carlton Titus, Curtains Titus, is right there, and he is ready to signal curtains for the House of Midas. But alas, that only makes two. So Cutter, I'm here to ask if you'd like to join the asylum just for the Rose Games. Now, I'm not saying that you need this. I'm not saying you want this. Hell, I'm sure you're done with Fred. I'm sure you want to put it all behind you. But you would be a fool if you could not see the influence that Midas has. You would be a fool to not see that we have another Fred Rose growing right underneath our noses. Now, I saw you talking to Fox last week. I know you see it. I know you care. Now, he's got his own path. But do you really think he's going to do the job with the young bloods beside him? No. You see, you said in our first interaction, I broke your jaw, and you're right. I did. You know exactly who I am. I know who you are. And sure, we've never seen eye to eye. And part of that is because you're so freakishly large, but doesn't change the fact. But you know exactly who I am. You know I'm not going to turn on you. You know that when I have my focus, I'm not going to let anything get in my way. So Cutter, what sets me apart from everybody else asking for your help is I don't care about Fred Rose's money. You join me and you join Titus. I promise you, we will go all the way. And buddy, the entire pot is yours. So it's your call. You can turn down the single biggest payday you've ever had, or you can say no. You can prove the naysayers right. You can prove to them that you're still scared of Fred Rose, that the reason you've been saying no to all these requests is because you're a coward hiding in your office. Now, I don't think that's the case. I think you're the same 7-foot monster that I knew all the way back to the start of the future of wrestling. I know you're your own man. So why don't you prove everybody wrong? Why don't you show everybody that you will do business with literally anybody for the right price?
Rage, I admire you, right? I'm sure you know I respect you. You know, I know how tough you are. I know you could probably win this whole thing on your own. I'm not going to doubt that. I'm not going to question that. Been in the ring with you. I understand and sympathize with your point about Midas. I have done business with him a couple of times, and I have said to his face that he reminded me very much of a man that I had a lot of issues with. Now, you see, where our paths diverge on this, Rage, as you said, running scared. I mean, last time I met Fred Rose, I nearly killed him and his entire family. I destroyed his entire family nearly on my own. I caved a cage in on top of them. I buried them alive. So here's the thing. I appreciate your points and I appreciate your offer. And I gotta say, it's the best pitch I've had. Now, frankly, you only had to compete with Morris, Batman, and Rob, all these people that are idiots. Ratman, rather. Don't sue me, DC. But you see, the thing is, I don't need to go back to Fred Rose. And you're offering me a lot of money, and that is what I'm about. And I'm doing quite well for myself in this. So you see, you have intrigued me. I'm in two minds. I don't want to go back to Fred. I don't want anything to do with him. As far as I'm concerned, that's a path well trodden. It's done. It's over. I'll give you a chance to respond. I know you like Tucker. Just give me a second. I'm not saying no. Okay? But, and I'm sure, because there's got to be a brain knocking around in that big muscle head of yours somewhere, you can appreciate why I'm not saying no. And you can also appreciate why I'm not saying yes. I'm going to need some time. I'm going to need to think it over. I'm going to need to mull it around in my head. If you could just allow me a little bit of time, I promise you, I will give you an answer one way or the other. I will be man enough to come up and say it to your face. If it's a no, I will shake your hand and wish you all the best. And if it's a yes, we'll win the damn thing. How's that?
Accept that. I appreciate that a man of your stature has the leeway to take his time with these kinds of decisions. And I respect that. But a couple of things you just said right there. Yeah, you attacked Fred Rose's family. You dropped a cage on him. You nearly put him out permanently. Don't you want to hit him where it really hurts? Do you think he cares about his family as much as he cares about his wallet? And you talk about how much you hate Fred Rose, but trust me, I've seen it. He hates you just as much. You are the last person in this company that he wants to have to hand that money to. Now, wouldn't that be a sweet, sweet moment? And I was walking around here looking for you. I was trying just about every door I could find. And it's a mighty fine door you've got.
Thank you.
Why not enter the games? I can appreciate that. Why not enter the games? Why not get yourself a sign? Because you see, Cutter, as much as it pains me to admit it, I've got a problem. I've got two guys in a trios tournament, and they're saying it won't fly. Now, what I need is a problem solver. Mull it over.
All right.
All right, then. Lovely stuff, lads. So, again, sorry for not being there for most of the promo, but seeing that it's you two guys, I'm just going to assume it was brilliant and give you +3s. So, roll along.
Yeah.
Jamie,
Very good.
Jamie, did you say the magic words?
I did.
Then
Hypothetically, I didn't call him a coward.
You still get your audience out of it. So let's give it
I got no secret thing to do, you prick.
you will be
You'll
getting
arrive
your
late
automatically because of the spot later on. So
Oh, okay.
yes. So yeah, give us your rolls on that then. +3s. Oh,
Nice.
My reputation of rolling them for promos and never for matches continues.
Cutter
Yeah,
officially
yeah,
has a
critical,
100% record of
critical.
rolls for this session.
I got a 9.
9. Okay, with that then, yeah, that will get an audience as well. So, or actually just momentum. Apologies, but you will leave momentum for later on for your match tonight. So it will not go astray. So, ladies and gentlemen, this opening contest is scheduled for one fall and is a tag team match. Introducing to the ring first, at a combined weight of 381 pounds, representing the Youngbloods, a team of Michaela Joyce and Joshua Delaney. Well, folks, again, another one of the infamous tag teams here in our division, the Youngbloods, or I suppose the new Youngbloods, if you want to call them that, with the emergence of Joshua Delaney, pairing up now with Michaela Joyce, obviously under the tutelage of hardcore legend Nathan Youngblood. Again, perhaps looking to find a number one contendership for the tag team titles that are held by Ratman and Bobbin. They face some very stern competition tonight, though. Let's see if they can pull it off as they go up against the Emperors. And indeed they are. With that, the ring announcer goes, and their opponents, weighing in at a combined weight of 501 pounds, the team of the Dragon Slayer Kazero and Vladimir Kaiser, the Emperors. Well, folks, a little known fact is I was able to speak to the Dragon Slayer earlier today, and it's fair to say that certain things have been patched up between himself and Vladimir Kaiser. A chalk and cheese situation, from what I heard last week. But a lot of they've attributed to the dead weight, as they called it, of Cal-Pierre Calvala, who has been dismissed from the Emperors. But there's certainly something different about these two together. They certainly seem to be refocused, and they're back in tag team action again, perhaps looking for tag team titles. We'll wait and see. So again, lads, this is an NPC match, so we're going to do what we normally do with this, and we're going to decide who wins amongst ourselves. So, Kira, who would you like to win between the Emperors and the Youngbloods? You going for Youngbloods?
There you go.
There you go.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Foxy, how about yourself?
That's a silly question.
Isn't it just? Isn't it just? Jamie, how about yourself? That was
Can't
me.
hear
I
you,
couldn't
Jamie.
hear that.
Can't hear you.
Youngbloods.
Oh, Youngbloods. Okay, interesting. Jerry, how about yourself?
Well, considering everyone else is going for the Youngbloods, I'm going to go for the Emperors.
Oh, fair point. And for balance, then I'll go for Emperors as well. So, right, we have 3 roles for the Emperors, or 3 roles for the Youngbloods and 2 for the Emperors. So, me and Jerry, I think we'll set the pace on that.
Okay.
So,
Okay. 10.
10.
very
Okay,
nice.
good. And mine was a 9. So, guys, you have a 19 to beat.
I got an 8.
8.
10.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, it's just
Only
about
barely,
all.
actually.
Just
Only
barely.
barely. Jesus.
Ooh, okay, interesting. Right. So because it was quite close, all things considered, and again, I wanted to be a fairly even match for the start. So I probably will have Delaney up in for most of the match in terms of the work rate with Kozero and then Kaiser. Then Michaela Joyce is gonna tag in and try and square up the Kaiser, which is like good fucking luck with that. Like he's literally twice your size. And obviously that's going to be a bit of a mismatch. So Delaney's back in again to try and square up a Kaiser. A little bit of a mix up then between Kozero and Kaiser in that regard. And Delaney is going to try and get him with a small package, which he does. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Youngblood. But he gets cut off because Kozero's in straight away to hit fucking Delaney with a Shining Wizard with his King Arthur finisher, and then hits fucking with the Joyce the same way. And they just keep beating down the Youngbloods, and Kaiser hits Delaney with a Berlin Wall, so they're pissed off at losing the match so cheaply. And you can kind of see why, because out next is Rob Midas. Now, what does he have to do with this match? I wonder. But his music plays. He's slowly approaching the ring, and that stops the assault from the Emperors on the Youngbloods. So, Jerry, I'll leave it to you.
Okay, well, I get it down to the ring. I get in, and I'm looking at both Kozero and Kaiser. And I just have a big, big smile on my face. So I get the mic and I say, well, you know what, boys? It doesn't really matter that you didn't win this match. Let's be perfectly honest with you, because your statement has been made, hasn't it? You two are back on the same page because you're on my page. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. My team for the Rose Games is myself, Kozero, and Vladimir Kaiser. Because, let's be honest, everyone else seemed to have a team, but it was just me on my own. Not anymore. Because you see, for the Rose Games, I put the challenge to James Rage. And I said, you want me? You got me in the games. So here we are. So, James, if you want me, you got to get through me, Kaiser, and Kozero. But make no mistake about it. I don't doubt your ability, James. I don't. You are, without a doubt, probably the single best wrestler in all of future wrestling. And you've been able to back it up time after time after time. But no matter what, James, I want to remember this And I want this to stick in your mind. As much as I have said to you time after time that I'm living rent-free in your head, you've been living rent-free in my head. But make no mistake about it. You may be the best or one of the best wrestlers in all of Future Wrestling. But when you pick up a microphone, you're just a Rob Midas wannabe. And that's all you'll ever be. But soon, very soon, and I don't care who I have to go through, but I will rule the roost here in Future Wrestling. And then I will rule supreme. And ain't nobody gonna stop me. Not you, not Decker, not anybody. And it's as simple as that. And there we go.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Mr. Midas, give us a roll on your promo. A lot of +2 to it.
9.
So that makes it an audience. So lovely stuff there. And good stuff. Momentum there. So there you have it, lads. The House of Midas has entered the Rose Games, along with the Mile High Club and Ratman and Bobbin and Big Sven. So feels starting to come along nicely here. Let's see if we can have a few more teams thrown in here. So this is after coming back from a commercial break. We want to see Silver Fox warming up. Basically, like it looks like he's been told he's in his match later on, and then we pop in from the side, Mr. Jimmy Morris.
Mr. Fox, how's it going? Look, I'm not going to keep you long because I don't have a lot of time, so I have no PowerPoints, I have no lists today. It's just very simply asking you this. You're on your last leg, you haven't had a good couple of weeks. I mean, let's be honest, it's embarrassing enough losing to Rob Midas. That's something that won't leave forward. But what I'm trying to say here is that we both need to get up. We both need to get back on track. We both need to do what we need to do to get the fire back in under us. And what I'm saying to you is, do you want to join me? I'll even let you pick the third partner. I don't care who it is. Just as long as it's not Rob Midas. You don't need that.
I don't think if I was to go for the games, I don't think I'd be picking Rob Midas. I think he'd be the one person that I'd want to stay away from at this point. Our business is done for now.
That's fair. I think that's probably the one thing we'll agree on. Is we are both undying hatred for Rob Midas.
You say undying.
See, we have
hatred.
something in common already. We should just do this. Come on. Come on.
No, you're just angry
Come
because he
on.
rejected you. That's all it is. You're just angry about that.
Look, just because my first choice didn't work out, my second choice didn't work out, and all the other text messages I sent to the rest of the roster didn't work out, doesn't mean that I didn't want you to be my partner. It's just that I didn't bump into you first. But you really were my first choice.
Sure it was. Yeah. I bet you tell everyone that. But never, never. Right. Look, we have a match tonight. Right. We're on the team. I'm not going to make any promises. Like, yes, you're right. I've had a bad few weeks. I managed to pick up a win last week. But
And imagine winning the tournament and winning money.
See, for me, it's not about the money. And
But then I'll take all the money. I don't care. I mean, if you don't want it, that's fine.
that's if you can find someone who's stupid enough to team with you. I'm just unlucky to be saddled with you tonight.
Yeah, and I'll prove when we win that we're the best ones for each other.
Maybe so. But tonight we'll find out anyway. Fine. It's me and you in the tag match. So let's do our best.
Fair enough.
And we leave it there. Good stuff. So, guys, give us your luck rolls on that. So, Foxy, I'll cancel out your -1, and Jim, I'll give you a plus. I'll cancel out your one as well and give you an extra one. So let's
Looking
see.
7.
That's momentum. Yes. So momentum for everyone. We love to see it. So
What, did you turn into Oprah all of a sudden? It's like you got
get
momentum.
You get momentum. And you get an audience.
gets
And everyone gets an audience.
So don't you fucking dare, Cat.
Unironically,
He
Jim
was
Morris.
looking at the keywords, going, "That's great now to walk along. That'd be fun."
Unironically, Jim Morris is fast becoming my favorite thing in all of wrestling. Fucking love it.
He's one of those characters that you're kind of going, oh, I wish he was real. You know, I want a Jim. Everyone should have a Jimmy Morris in their life. You know, just someone that just pops in and just makes everyone's life feel better.
How difficult it is to keep a straight face when you're opposite him.
and look at that cheerful face. How can you say no to that puppy eyes? Look at him.
Well, I already ended up achieving what I wanted to do, was making James Rage break a couple of weeks ago. So anything after this is a fucking plus.
It's a bonus, exactly. Yeah, but that's the thing. Nothing can break Jamie apart from Jimmy Morris. He's the Achilles heel. There's
He's
something
the
about like,
kryptonite.
yeah,
I am
there's
a Morris.
something- yeah, that's it. Yeah, I respect this business. I've liked Jimmy Morris since I was a wee lad. So with that in mind then, so we are literally going to roll straight into the match from here. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is a tag team match. And it's scheduled for one fall.
What? Oh!
Introducing to the ring first, at a combined weight of 371 pounds, being accompanied to the ring by Fred Rose, the team of Damon Garrick and Dahlia Thorne. Well, folks, like I said, if you were to, I have to say I was very perplexed at the match card when I came in this morning and saw that this team of Jimmy Morris and Silver Fox were aligning for this one. But as I understand it from the general manager's office, Jimmy Morris insisted on this tag team match with Silver Fox. So obviously he has an idea of who he wants to go for in the Rose games, and that is with Silver Fox. But for the Rose family, again, they're also quite elusive in terms of their full team. We have seen a few completed teams already tonight, but the Rose family have not yet entered fully into the competition that they have essentially originated from. So it's intriguing to see, will we hear anything from this afterwards, or are the Rose family still going to bide their time? And indeed, on that point, and their opponents, introducing first, weighing in at 197 pounds from Clondalkin County, Dublin, Silver Fox.
So, music's playing. I come onto the stage now, and a bit more. I'm more just perplexed. Like I'm just like, I keep looking back. It's like, like you can see it. Like it's not. Like it's very hard to be confident and a bit more sure of myself when you're after having an encounter like that just a few moments ago.
It is a close encounter up in Morris time, you're right.
Very good. I moved down to the ring. Still a bit perplexed, but I'm just like, right, come on, let's go.
Indeed. And introducing his partner, weighing in at 227 pounds from County Cork, Ireland, Jim E. Morris.
I'll just come down to the ring with just a big fucking grin on my face and just tapping my head. I've got it all up here, I've got the plan. I know what I'm doing. Silver Fox is the first part of that plan, and then straight on to the end and just into the ring and shaking hands and
All that sort of stuff. Well, like I said, it's actually quite refreshing from this commentary to see Jimmy Morris in such a good mood, because, like I said, if you saw him last week, he was very much not smiling at all. But it's good to see that things are going his way. He seems to have this rapport now with Silver Fox. If he can add one more member to his team, it might be a very formidable unit going into the Rose games. And we leave it there then. So, guys, this is a tag team match. I'm going to give you 11 spots altogether. So, I will roll on behalf of the Rose family, and obviously, Foxy, Aaron, you will do the same for your side. And let's see how we start off with. So, guys, give us your rolls. 11 and 9. Hot start, lads. 20 to beat. Okay, that's an 8, so it has to be a critical to beat. Oh, fucking hell! It was an 11. It was one off. Right. So, yes, guys, this opening spot is to you. So, Foxy, Aaron, who would you like to start off this match?
I think Aaron should start. He got the higher one. So
I'll assist on starting, but then I'll just be like gracious and I'll just tag Silver Fox and let him take the lead on this.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Okay, so Foxy, you've got the opening spot here. You're going to go up against Damon Garrick.
yeah. So if that's the case, I'm gonna do. So I was gonna get out. I literally get onto the apron. Bell rings. He just tags, and it's just like, fuck, like get in. It's like, right, seems I'm starting. So, it's Damon Garrick, is it?
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, bollocks, he's tall.
He's indeed a long boy.
So I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk to the middle of the ring and probably meet him halfway and just like. So I'm gonna throw a couple body shots. I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna try and go for a fast start with a variation of the international.
Okay.
For the start.
Okay, Grant. That'll be a work roll, Foxy, +1. That's an 11. So yes, very good. Nearly critical international. I'm not sure what we would do for that, but however. So yeah, happy days. And move on to your next spot, lads. So again, I'll roll. So give us your rolls here, lads. 9
8.
and an 8. Okay, so 17. And we have an 8. And we have another 8. So guys, you get the next spot just about. So Foxy, you're still in the ring with Garrick here.
Yeah, so I'm after hitting the international. So I'm gonna finish that international with a big drop kick. So he's feeding, gonna have him feed into a corner. So I'm gonna charge in. I'm gonna give the Miz clothesline into the corner. But also I'm gonna fucking like Christian. I'm gonna fall back, but the legs swing up and hit him in the back of the head.
I like that. I'm gonna treat that as a work altogether.
Right on.
So +1 on that.
Thank God, because I got a 6.
Jesus, you needed it, yeah, fucking hell. So yeah, Miz clothesline and Christian alley-oop, feet to face, hits Garrick. So lovely stuff there. And we move on to our next spot, lads. So go for your next rolls. 8 and 5. Okay, so 13 to beat. Okay, we have a 10. And we have a 6. So the Rose family is going to take advantage from here. So what I want Garrett to do is I want Garrett to basically start selling his face as if like his nose is broken, like being really dramatic about it, and then Dahlia's gonna like kind of storm in and start like acting the Mickey about like about that sort of being like, oh no, not his face, all this sort of shit. While this is happening, I basically want Silver Fox then to be pulled from the apron because he's kind of like was working towards like a kind of like a springboard shot. I want him to be pulled from the apron by Fred Rose. So I'm going to use their base momentum to do this because it is a heel move. So I'm spending their combined momentum to do this, and it is a 9 altogether. So Silver Fox gets pulled off the apron here by Fred Rose. He starts to laugh maniacally, and Jim Morris is still on the apron here as we move on to our next spot. So I will roll for the Rose family. So guys, you want to give us your next roll there?
What would have
10?
suggested there was like as you pull me down, I'm close to the ring steps, so you just shove me back in, like back of the head into the stairs.
Yeah, that's true. We always go the next way. So it's a 10 for Aaron, and Foxy, how about yourself?
Oh, sorry.
8. Okay, 18. Right, 18 to beat. So that's an 8 as well, and 6. Okay, so it goes to you guys at the moment. So again, it's a bit of a separation here. Morris, I suppose you're the kind of fresher man here because Fox has been pulled from the apron. So what do you want to do here?
So I'll just go in and no, I'll get Foxy in the ring with me. I'll get him up and I'll say we'll take him on together. We get in, I grab a hold of one of the Rose family, bounce him off the ropes, take a step back and kick Foxy right in the back of the head.
Oh, he's turned. He's gone and fucking turned. Dirty bastard. Dirty bastard.
And
Right.
just take in the moment where I'm just like shocked for a second. I'm just going, it's all part of the plan.
All part of the plan. So it's your heel move, and so you'll be a +2 roll to officially make the spot happen. So let's see how it goes. Please don't let me down. Hey, there we go. And it's your secret objective as well. So you've turned heel on Foxy. Aaron, take it away.
So I'll just kick him in the head and then look at all the members of the Rose family and we just get in a big hug and just start jumping up and down like this is the greatest fucking thing ever. And
oh dear.
Just start laughing, and all of us are just in jubilation of what's happened. And then I grab a microphone and I want to start to talk. Well, you all said I was done. But no, the only man inside here that actually came to me is Mr. Fred Rose. He came to me and he knew exactly what he was doing when he picked me. His whole tournament was to get me on their side. I'm happy. He's on the floor. I'm up top. And I'm telling you right now, it's all uphill from here. It's all uphill from here. I am ecstatic at this. I am the greatest mind in wrestling. I'm the smartest man. I fooled you all. I just throw the microphone away and we just start jumping up and down again as if, we just won the World Cup or something.
No, that's great. I love that. Because again, Fred Rose having his own, will want to have his own say on this as well. It's like, you see, this is what I am talking about. This is why I find it so easy to do all of these things, because oftentimes it's the person you least expect. But look at this man. This is Jim E. Morris, a man who has graced this industry for the better part of 2 decades. And what has he been here in Future Wrestling but a punchline? Punchline to a joke that nobody liked, that nobody found funny in the first place. No more. Not anymore. Because the Rose family understand quality. They understand class and decorum when they see it. And when they see it, it's in the form of Jim E. Morris, someone who knows respect in this business, which is why I'm happy to confirm that the Rose family are officially in the Rose Games. And Mr. Jim E. Morris, as he rightfully should be, is our team captain. And I hope you enjoy this joyous occasion of my beautiful daughter Dahlia, my son-in-law Damon Garrick, and our new lieutenant, the ambassador of the Rose family, Jimmy Morris. These joyous scenes you're going to be seeing every single week. And every single time you watch Winner Takes All, you'll see the exact same thing, because the Rose family are going to enter and they're going to win because of this man. He is the difference maker. He is the kingmaker. He will make Damon Garrick and Dahlia Thorne the power couple of Future Wrestling, and there is nothing any of you can do about it. So by all means, thank you for your money and your contribution, but we'll be taking it all back now. So at that point, I want Fred Rose to point at Jim Morris and say, finish him off. So Jim, take it away. What do you want to do to Silver Fox?
I am going to pick him up and, I'm going to ask one of the members to bring in a steel chair.
All right.
And he's going to bring it in, put it on the ring, and I'm just going to pick him up and hit with a jackhammer right in the steel chair.
Right on the steel chair. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. I will allow that. And I want you then to, what's the next thing you'd like to do after that?
We pick him back up again, and just the whole family in a Shield-esque power bomb onto the ring, and then just leave him there. We just all put our feet in him, as if, victorious, and pretend to hit a 1, 2, 3 as well to say that we won the match.
They won the match there as well. But,
Yeah.
So what I would like you to do then, I would like you to kind of just to add to that, set the chair up as if you're going to powerbomb onto the chair, like stand it up, like, and then just before you're about to do that, we hear the music of Nathan Youngblood, and you're thinking, no, this is a bit weird. And Youngblood is going to walk down to the ring, and he's going to bring Michaela Joyce and Joshua Delaney with him, and they're going to rush into the ring, and they're going to start beating down Garrick and Thorne. Morris, of course, drops Silver Fox at this stage and starts going, what the fuck are you doing here, Youngblood? And Youngblood is going to go, boom, straight elbow to Morris. That'll flush him out of it, and the Rose family is going to scatter away here.
Am I not allowed to get a fucking moment in this? It's just...
No, it's a storyline. there's a storyline happening here, because Nathan Youngblood is going to pick Silver Fox up off the apron and give him a big old hug. So Silver Fox, take it away from here.
So I'm picked up. I'm still a bit woozy, and just when I come to my senses, I see Nathan there, like basically hugging me. Like I quickly push him away. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? I told you before I don't need your help. You respected my wishes before. Why can't you do it now? I asked you not to get involved in this. This is my path, not yours. Stop helping me. I'm just, I'm looking around, and I see Joshua Delaney. I see like the Michaela Joyce, and I'm just, look, thank you. And you, we'll have words later. And I get out, and I walk up the ramp.
Walk the ramp then. So yeah, at that point then, Youngblood then kind of nods to like get to for Joyce and Day to follow you, basically, as if to say like, it's kind of like an offering. And the commentator's going, well, like I said, I thought the team of Jim Morris and the Rose family was a strange one, but as we're seeing here, sometimes some ties have started to become more apparent, as Silver Fox has been essentially, it seems like, offered the Youngbloods by Nathan Youngblood himself. Michaela Joyce and Joshua Delaney, is this perhaps their entry into the Rose games as well? Is this sort of backup? We saw Silver Fox's very emotional reaction there. Very strange reaction, it has to be said, for someone who again could, in a psychological sense, get all the help and advice he could get. But from Nathan Youngblood, something else seems to be resonating there. So as that's happening then, so all those three are kind of going back up the apron, and Youngblood's kind of like taking in the crowd a little bit. So like, again, a bit of adulation. He is a hardcore legend after all. But from the blind side then, so a hooded figure pops in and attacks Nathan Youngblood with a sledgehammer.
From behind or back or front?
From behind. Literally blindsided with a sledgehammer, and unprotected as well. It's like, it's properly fucking forced in. Like, it's like bam, straight in. And he goes straight down. The crowd are stunned and shocked, and whoever it is starts scarpering away. And the camera does kind of follow him through the crowds. So he is kind of obscure for the time being. And then once he kind of like has evaded the security, and Silver Fox and Michaela Joyce and Delaney kind of run him back in, the light and the camera light does kind of find him.
I have to go.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Jim.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye.
See you later.
So they find him in the crowd, and he rips off the scarf, he rips off the hoodie to show that, of course, it's fucking Conor Locke. And Conor Locke has just essentially taken out his opponent before winner takes all. And the commentator, and again, Mike Dublin on his own today, going, yeah, look, if anything, I shouldn't really be surprised by these antics by Conor Locke. I don't know what's gone into his head. A lot of people are saying the same thing. But to do this to Nathan Youngblood not 3 or 4 weeks before their match against winner takes all is just outright disrespectful. And unfortunately, like, Youngblood hasn't moved since that heinous attack. I don't think he was able to even defend himself from that. The Youngbloods and Silver Fox checking up on him here. Very upsetting scenes here. again on Future Wrestling because of Conor Lock and whatever has gotten into his head about what Youngblood owes him or doesn't know him either way. So, Fox, as both Youngblood and Fox, I give you the last word in this segment.
So, yeah, well, I've been knocked out like clean. So
Youngblood is out of action.
He's out. He's gone. Like
right.
Like completely out. Like the Youngbloods and fucking Fox is back out. Like they're checking on him, and obviously medics are coming out and checking on him, and they get him loaded up and start bringing him to the back. So that's pretty much it. Like
okay,
nothing else.
Nothing else. All right then. So we cut the commercial on that then. So interesting stuff there. So as you can see, lads, we have a couple more teams into the Rose games. Rose family is in, and seemingly Youngbloods with Silver Fox. Maybe we'll see. It seems to be the case. So interesting times ahead. Well, for folks, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Future Wrestling here. Obviously some very upsetting scenes here at ringside as Nathan Youngblood is being carried out here by our medical professionals. Obviously, Youngblood has been through a lot in his career, but it was just something about the attack by Conor Lock that just seemed to carry more weight and more venom to it. We'll hopefully have an update on Youngblood regarding even his match against Conor Lock. But I mean, going by these early signs here, we've only got a couple of weeks to go. It could be very touch and go for Youngblood. I know he's had worse beatings than that, but like I said, he's not a young man anymore, and Conor Lock may have easily won this match by default already. But like I said, we'll try and get you an update on that even before the end of the show if we can. If not, we'll let you know next week. But we have to move on, and move on we will with some singles competition. Let's get the ringside. And indeed we do. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall!
Introducing to the ring first, weighing in at 251 pounds from Helsinki, Finland, Kalpir Kalvala. So Kalpir, formerly of the Emperor, is going to walk out. He's going to be still in his Japanese his Finnish gear, and it would be weird if he came out in the kimono, wouldn't it, Foxy? So he's going to come out, and literally he's going to come out. It's kind of like, it's still the same gear, but it's a little bit shabby. Like it's kind of like just hasn't been kind of the same since. And essentially what he has is like a bottle of vodka in one hand, and literally just pops it open, big swig, throws the bottle away, and like tumbles down to the ring, and going like, well, going by body language, it's fair to say Kalpir has taken the dismissal from the Emperors quite well. We didn't see him last week, and you can probably guess why from the appearance of Kalpir here. But he certainly has a very tough challenge on his hands here, as he's going up against one of the most fiercest competitors on the roster, who we've seen earlier on tonight. So let's see how it goes for him. And indeed, and his opponent, weighing in at 231 pounds, hailing from the Asylum Fight Camp, James Rage.
Okay. Yeah, so I've heard what Rob said, so here we go. I come out intensity as per, laser focused on Kalpir. If I could get somewhere within range of a camera on my way down without breaking eye contact with him, just to audibly say, an Emperor, right?
I like that.
Into the ring I get, staring him down, walk over, hand out.
I think it's fair to say, again, it's quite a rarity to see James Rage in such a good mood, but obviously he feels like he's in a good place here against Kalpir, who perhaps is a low ebb himself, offering the handshake. It'd be interesting to see if Kalpir takes him on that offer, and indeed it will be interesting to see if he takes him on that offer, depending on how this opening roll goes. So again, it's going to be a nice fun match here, lads. I'm going to give Jamie, me and you 11 spots for this one. So let's see how this goes. So again, I roll on behalf of Kalpir because Tony is gone. 10. Nice one. Tony, I probably wish you were here. Snake eyes. So Jamie, go for it.
Beautiful. Ideally, I'd have him go for the handshake.
Yes.
I pull my hand away, hit a spinning back fist, and lock in the guillotine using all of my momentum from the promo with Cutter. We're doing a redo of Jim Morris, baby.
Ooh, lordy! I love a spicy take. Okay,
Fucking hell.
Jamie, you have a +2 from that. So if you want to lock into guillotine now, it's a +2 roll.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's the thing. Let's do it. I had
It's
two,
only
yeah.
a 12. My God, he's done it again.
2 weeks
2
in a
weeks
row.
in a row. Are you watching Rob Midas? Are you watching Rob Midas?
Yeah, I'm watching. I know how
Are
to
you
cheat as well. It's
watching?
fine.
Rob
That's
Midas.
how emperors do.
Yes. Long live the king, motherfucker. So again, that is a 12. It's locked in. It's a submission. It's a finisher. He's gonna pass out. Jamie, talk us through it in agonizing detail, just for the camera, just for us. How is it gonna happen?
So yeah, spinning back fist, that rocks him, snatch him into the front face lock, drop him with a DDT, lock in the legs for the body, wrench the living shit out of it. And while he's slowly fading away, I shout at the camera, "Hey Rob, this is what happens to emperors. Empires fall."
I love it, and we get a tap out from there. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission, James Rage. Well, like I said, it's back to the drawing board for Calvert Cowboy. James Rage certainly at the top of his game here. That's a second week in a row. I think he may have beaten his record from last week against Jim Morris. Calvert Cowboy, no challenge tonight for him. And again, if you're Rob Midas, you have to be looking at that and thinking, what have I gotten myself into? Funny you should say that, because James Rage's music is interrupted by Rob Midas. And he's not alone. He's brought his friends, Kazero and Kalp and Kaiser. Kalpir is dead.
One at a time or all together, baby. Bring it.
So, like I said, we have plenty of spots used up here. So James Rage, I'll give you first twist here, because obviously you are on your own here. So Midas and his team are here. What's happening with you at the moment?
Where are they?
On the ramp. On the ramp, on the way down.
So long as they're all on the ramp, I'm holding the ring.
Yes.
Yeah. So literally, I'm holding the ring and I'm
okay.
all together or one at a time. Bring it.
And Midas, are you engaging?
The way I see it going is the way I would like to see it going, and whether it's going to happen or not, I don't know. I send the two boys down, and James, in typical James Rage fashion, he drowns one, he downs the other, and we just look at each other. And I walk slowly to the ring, and I do that agonizingly slow climb onto the apron. You know the way Triple H does it, the really, really slow. We're locked in. We're locked in. And I just do that agonizingly slow crawl up onto the apron. I'm staring at him. He's right in the middle of the ring. He's ready. He's not going to move. He's not going to come to me. I have to go to him. And the way I see it happening is I get the leg in and I'm slowly about to come in. And as that happens, then the other two boys jump up.
Jamie, you happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Good.
That works.
Good, because as that happens then, so again, we will get a bit of a beatdown here from Kazero and Kaiser are going to work over James Rage here. But then...
Wait. I'm not finished.
Oh?
No. No.
Okay.
The two
My
boys jump
agreement.
up. No, you see, I thought there was going to be some sort of roll there, so obviously there's no roll there. So the two boys do a number on them from behind, obviously. You know, they're not going to get them from the front.
Fair.
Who does that? The two boys then grab a hold of him.
Mm.
And I reach in to my inside pocket and take out my brass knucks, or should I say gold knucks? Because it's not going to be brass. I'm fucking Rob Midas. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
And I just look at him. I just look at him and say, You wanted this. You made me do this. And bang. No, well, that's it. That's if Jamie is okay with it. Because let me just say before you respond, Jamie, you have knocked the living shit out of me at times. Okay,
Yeah.
and I haven't gotten a single shot off at you. So I'm just saying.
Is the cavalry coming?
I was gonna say one of the cavalry is coming, Calvin Titus.
Oh,
So so Titus's music can hit before he goes to the brass knucks. So
I want a display of loyalty.
Mhm.
As in, I don't even want music playing. I want the two boys holding me. I want him to pull out the gold knucks, to put them on really fucking slowly, theatrical, fucking selling the shit out of it. I want Titus to slide into the ring from behind and basically get in the way and take the shot with the knuckles.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
No, it's not good. No, it's
like
not
that.
fucking good. Oh, fine.
That's good. That's good. But bear in mind,
I'm
James
still
Rage
being held. I'm not
is being
after
held. That's
getting
the thing.
free.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So,
just think
so
we
Rob,
should address.
now Rob, like I said, this will be a +3 roll to confirm the brass knucks because it's a real move and a heel. So +3 to confirm you're gonna hit Carlton Titus with gold knucks.
You might as well just bury him now. 10.
Oh, he takes it, and that's an audience for Rob Midas. And secret objective, is it? Because not yet, no, because Titus took the shot, but he's out. He took the brass knucks shot. So Midas, it goes back to you.
Okay. So I look at Titus and go. I kind of look at it and go, no, that's not good enough for James Rage. I take the knucks off and put them back in my pocket. And I just go straight up to him and slap him.
Rob Midas, a +2 roll on your luck to make it happen.
Oh.
No.
Critical.
Not a it's an 11. Why I would have liked a 12 just to kind of put the point in there.
With the +2 luck, it makes it a critical slap. So the Rage is going to go.
Yeah.
Go for
It's at all-
he will live up to his fucking name. I can guarantee you that.
Yes.
If it's at all possible, I want that to have given me like a split lip or something. Just
Yes.
something to.
Just a little
I
trickle of blood like coming down from it.
That's Thanos like. It's like all that for a little drop of blood. That's all.
Mm.
Except he wasn't being held by two.
Well, yeah.
You know,
I'm hardly Tony fucking Stark now. Come on.
Yeah. so it's not looking good for James Rage here. Like Midas has got his hit in, and it's looking like Midas, you're kind of giving like the two lads a signal here to right. Let's finish this off. Let's get rid of them. So what would you like to do at this point? Like what kind of like do you have like a double team in mind, or do you have like a triple team in mind? What way do you want to take out James Rage?
Oh dear. See, I'm only getting this team tonight, so I don't know. Let me see.
So if you want to help out, right? So Kazuro's finisher is a Shining Wizard. It's called the King Arthur. And Kaiser's finish is a Jack Knight Powerbomb called the Berlin Wall. So maybe that helps you out in that regard.
How about Kaiser's was the Shining Wizard.
Opposite. Kazero is the Shining
Kazero is
Wizard.
the Shining Wizard. How about Kaiser lifts him up for the power bomb?
Yeah.
Kazero goes to the top rope.
And goes for the Shining Wizard
Goes
there.
for the Shining Wizard off the top rope. So
Okay.
Shining Wizard into the Jack Knight.
Yeah. I like it. So again, they'll probably do like get a few kind of jabs in to keep Rage at bay then. So Kaiser will lift Rage up then, look for the power bomb spot. You're going to direct Kazero up the top rope, and you're going to like motion to the knee and tell him to get moving. So when you're doing that, then it looks like you're kind of like almost like a Legion of Doom kind of spot here. Rage is kind of like up, waiting to kind of take the hit, and then Cutter's music hits. So huge pop, hook, as it says here. So he's going to slide in. He ducks a clothesline from Kaiser, who's going to drop Rage at this point. Hits the ropes and he hits Kaiser with a massive lariat. Clothesline from hell, proper shit. And then he's going to drag Kazero off from the turnbuckle and goes into him in the corner, in another corner, and then into a scuffle. And he's going to give the next spot to James Rage. So Rage, you have a man spare here in this situation. So Kaiser's been hit with a clothesline from hell. Cutter's immobilized Kazero. Who's left?
Mr. Rob Midas.
Honest to God, Jonathan, you don't like me. You don't fucking like me at all.
Dennis's spot. Carry on.
Okay, I want to have gotten free, so he's holding him over there. I'm literally just looking at the blood on my lip. Start towards Midas. He powders the fuck away because last thing we need is more assaults there. He escapes to the outside. I turn to Cutter. I beckon him. Cutter sets Kazero up for the power bomb. I climb to the top rope, point out to Rob Midas, and then hit the flying knee.
Flying knee. So you're going
Much
to
like
take their
they tried to do.
Yep, that seems fair. So yeah, that's exactly what Cutter wanted to do here. So he's going to spend his momentum to do that, which he left a 3 behind for you, and successful. It'll be a 7 altogether. So that will make it work, and that will put away the Emperors then. So at that point then, so Midas, you have seen Cutter, Rage, and now Titus starting to recover again from the gold knucks.
Hang on. Just not to bury the entire fucking team. Is there any option not to do that to Kazero? To have Kazero also be outside so the 3 of them are backing away, seething, and we grab fucking Calp here and we hold him up.
You know what, that works actually, yeah, because you would have taken out one or the other. So you could have taken out Kaiser or Kazero, which I suppose Kazero is a lighter one, so whichever one you think makes sense. Keep Kaiser and then go like kind of a nod and just take Calp here, who's like kind of like bumbling outside, and go, yeah, well, let's take an example. So you can do it that way, like use Calp here as the example to the other 2.
Yeah, but like literally from when Cutter hit the ring, so he takes out
Kaiser,
with the clothesline over the top, so he can feed back around to join Midas outside.
Gotcha.
When he gets Kazero, he muscles him out, and all the while Calpier is still unconscious on the mat, and everyone's forgotten about him. But to send a message, we
use Calpier as the finish. Okay, I think that works a lot better for everyone. Jerry, you happy with that then? Because like that means like you just powdered out. You haven't taken a hit at all.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah,
you know, I think Jamie's just feeling sorry for me at this point.
it keeps the physicality to a minimum until it's time.
Exactly. See, he's playing the long game. I appreciate that. So yeah, that works then. So Calpiero is going to take the finish here from both Cutter and James Rage, and then you 2 are going to kind of stand in the ring. Titus will then kind of like come back up, and then obviously at ringside is the House of Midas with Kazero, Kazero, Kaiser, and Rob Midas. So that's where we have the square off then. So like I said, guys, you both get. I'll both allow you the final words here. What is both teams doing here at the minute? So Rob, you've just seen Calpier wiped out again. How do you feel? How does that make you feel?
We're me and the boys are now backing up. We're not turning our back on James Rage. I can tell you that for a dead certainty. We're backing up, and I'm just looking at Rage, and obviously, you know, Rage is looking at me, and he's kind of like he's giving you that like kind of, this is going to be you. This is going to be you. And the exact same thing that I did with Silver Fox, I just look at him and smile. I just look at him and smile, and I just have a little chuckle to myself.
And James, how about yourself?
I'm on one knee, checking on poor Carlton, who's fucked after those knuckles. Cutter is standing guard, but yeah, direct eye contact. Midas on the outside. He's smiling, I'm seething. It's all right there.
All very exciting. Yes. And like I said, it'll be so, and then for kind of like Dennis's last input, then it'd be a case of like, when you kind of break your kind of look, it'll be you kind of look at Cutter then, obviously, knowing that he's after making the save. So Rage, you would presumably extend your hand out to him as a measure of thanks.
That works.
Yeah, and Cutter will shake it because the deal is done. He did say yes, which means that Cutter is in the Rose games with James Rage.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong here. But is that the first time James Rage has actually shook someone's hand and
No.
not tried to kill them?
Every time until Jim Morris, I always only shook the hand. It was always a clean handshake. The whole point was I fucked them up in the match, and then after the match, when they're unconscious, I shake it again.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was the opposite way around. I thought you had never
No.
shook anyone's hand and you just knocked the shit out of everyone that did it.
Now we played
Okay.
that up at the start of the first season in
Yes.
regards to that, but it actually was like just legitimate at the start. He'd fuck you up in the match, and then he'd do it again as a little like.
Right, okay.
There
'cause
you go.
I had this lovely thing in my head. Don't ask me where it came from. Lovely thing in my head is like, let's just say now. Obviously, it wouldn't happen, but let's just say me and James Rage one-on-one match. We're in the middle of the ring. He extends the hand, and it's that type of thing where if I shake his hand, he's gonna knock the shit out of me. But it's a la the NWO or fucking the finger poke of doom. I actually shake his hand. And was like, he was with me all along. Blah blah blah. No, it's not. That's
Oh,
not gonna-
Some swerve.
Don't
That's-
tempt him.
that's
Don't
not gonna
tempt him.
happen.
Jesus Christ. Don't
Yeah, but a
tempt
handshake can very easily turn into, hey, we're literally each other's hands.
him. We're friends.
That's a dangerous combination.
That
Fucker
is.
man, do not let this happen.
No. Or I refuse on moral grounds. Too much
Of
heel.
course, it's not going to happen. Jonathan doesn't fucking like me.
No one likes you, Jerry. Just admit it.
I like
So
you.
joking, of course. So with that then, so there you go. The commentators go, well, it looks like the field for the Rose Games is complete. The Asylum Fight Camp is entering after all. And boy, have they brought the firepower. They brought Cutter on board. What a dangerous tag team that is. What a dangerous combination that's going to be. And I guess the games are going to open next week. Who's going to get the first share and who's going to be out first? Intriguing scenes here, folks, as we move on to our main event after this commercial break. And we get the bell to ring. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is your main event of the evening, and it is a tag team match. Introducing to the ring first, weighing in at a combined weight of 443 pounds, they are the reigning future tag team champions, Rockman and Bobby. Well, folks, as we said, they are one of the members of the Rose Games that will be kicking off next week. We have our full field already, and already you can see the team of Rappan and Bobbin will be an intriguing one, especially with Big Sven coming back to Future Wrestling. But it's a very different challenge tonight as they're going up against the two championship contenders, ironically enough, already holding the gold. Let's see how they can work as a team tonight. Rapman and Bobbin should be interesting to see. And with that then, the music fades out and we move on to our next entrance. So, and their opponents. First, weighing in at 240 pounds from the Timon Woods in Dublin, he is a reigning future world champion, Alan Moore.
Yeah, out on the electric scooter again, wearing a By the Beaver custom cup. Were made for just this one time only thing, maybe. So, deckle the ring, titled around my head, around my neck. Sand, get off the bike, roll in, does the whole, take the title off my head, but go to each side of the ring and just raise it up. And then wait for a violet.
Very good, good. Like I said, Alan Moore has had that world title essentially around his waist since he came back to Future Wrestling, and perhaps rightfully so. He did win it on the biggest stage we've ever had here on this show. But like I said, the form guide is not to Alan Moore's advantage at the moment. 2 losses on the bounce since his return. Granted, they are against super heavyweight competition. But again, a win is necessary now for Alan Moore to show that he still has that championship credentials to his name. So with that then, we hear then the music of Violet Storm. And his partner, weighing in at 189 pounds from Dublin, Ireland, She is a reigning future world champion, Violet Storm.
So I come out through the curtain with an original Violet Beavers t-shirt on.
Oh, wait.
Anyway, there's a reason they're friends.
Yes.
Before heading down to the ring, I hop up on the apron and lift my belt above my head before hopping through the ropes.
And we have a
Look at
split, like just before the match, you know, I hold my
Yeah.
belt, he does.
No, I like that. It's a nice, interesting dynamic we have between the two tag teams. Like again, Rapman and Bobbin are meant to be a team in theory, but it's mostly Rapman. Whereas with Violet Beavers, also a well-known tag team in their own right, but very much very different priorities here at the minute. So guys, yes, this is going to be our main event. We're doing this. I know Jerry just walked in. We're doing this first. It's going to look so fucking weird in the edit. We're doing the main event first for time because of time constraints. So Jerry, strap yourself in. It's going to be fun.
I don't even know what the fucking main event is.
It's the main event.
Midas. God.
How can you manipulate things if you don't know what it is?
Oh yes, it's all part of my master plan. You're furiously going back through the chat to try and find the two fucking titles for
That's
today.
I can literally see. You can see the
Yeah. So
Oh God.
Got it. It's fine. It's fine.
you good? You good?
Never doubted you for a second, boss.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh
So
wait. Oh fuck no. Wait no. That's not right.
So, as I was saying, our main event of Rapman and Bobbin versus Violet Storm and Alan Morph is about to kick off here. So, seeing this is a main event, I want to give you some time, lads. You've got 14 spots. So again, I will roll on behalf of Rapman and Bobbin. It's going to be Rapman to start, obviously, because Bobbin never starts. So, guys, give us your rolls and see who wants to start off. 5 for Violet.
Oh.
4 for Alan. Okay, hot start, lads. Jesus Christ. Right. And thank fuck Rapman rolled both of your dices. 5 and a 4. So, so what he's going to do is I want Rapman to start off against Alan Morph. Specifically, I want Alan Morph to be kind of like the kind of there's like a little bit of like polite discussions between the two and kind of like deciding who wants to start off. Like Alan Morph being a bit more bullish than Violet in that regard, so he wants to start off, and Rapman is going to do the same. Not as much argument on his side, of course, because again, Bob would quite be glad of not having to start. So it's going to work out quite simply. I think Rapman is going to just take advantage of the situation and try and roll Alan Morph into a schoolboy pin to see if he can get an early win. So it'll be a work roll for Rapman and Bobbin, which is a straight roll. And it is a 6, which means he's going to try for the schoolboy, but Alan Morph is going to resist it. So Casey, take it from here. What do you want to do?
I think he's going for the schoolboy. I want to wrap his arm around my leg, around my knee, and slam into the canvas with a knee drop.
Okay, that'll be a real roll, Alan, +1. And 8. Okay, so 8 works. Actually 9 altogether, funny enough. So yes, that works. Knee drop successful, and we move on to the next spot then. So the legal people are Alan Morph and Rapman here. So again, we're going to do the same thing we do normally. Is like Violet and Alan, you roll for your team, and I'll roll twice for Rapman and Bobbin. So let's go from there then. So 4 and well, we actually got the same rolls, lads. Re-roll again. That's impressive. All right, you have a 10 and a 5. Okay, 15. All right, this is interesting. First off, it's a hot start because one of them rolled a 12.
Oh, fuck me.
And the other one rolled a 6. Okay, so there's a critical in play. Rapman and Bobbin are going to win the draw. So Rapman, I want to do a double spot with. So he's going to be selling. He's going to be working the selling the knee here. So he's only going to be working that out. And basically, I want then him to tag in Bobbin. So Bobbin's gonna like kind of waddle in as you normally would expect him to do, kind of out of breath, kind of squaring up with Alomorph. They're at kind of the same height, really. So basically, what I want to do here is went for double spots. So what I want Bobbin to do first, I want him to do an international. Like I want to actually surprise people. Holy shit, an actual like spot that requires cardio. Who would have thunk it? So he'll do the international, and then he'll gonna be like fucked from doing that. He'll tag Ratman back out, and then Ratman is gonna take the disguise and go for a crossbody from there, cape and all, because that's what he does. So the first roll for that then is going to be for the international, which is a work roll. And I can't believe it, but Bobbin successfully does the international spots. I know, right? I'm as shocked as ever. So he does the international spot. Then he's going to tag in Ratman after basically subduing Alomorph with the international. And now, can Ratman do the top rope dive with cape with a -1? Yes, he can. So Alomorph takes a top rope dive as well. So that's double momentum for Ratman and Bobbin, and 2 spots eaten up. So again, guys, give us your rolls to move on to our next spots. Okay, 9 and 9. So that beats 12 altogether for Ratman and Bobbin. So it goes to Alomorph and Violet Storm. So Alomorph, you're still in the ring here, but you've taken a top rope dive from Ratman, and Ratman's a legal man now.
He connected with the dive, yeah?
He did, yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to cross bodies. Can I? Oh, no, he's not connecting with a cross body. Oh, I kind of, as we're on the ground from the cross body, I want to lock into Kimura.
Kimura, okay, interesting. Yeah, I think that works. I like if Ratman goes for a pin, you reverse the Kimura. I think that works. That's a real roll, Alan. +1.
Oh, fuck's sake.
A 4. Okay, so you're going to try to go for the Kimura, and Ratman's going to reverse it. So I want him to do is I wanted to power out of it and charge you into one of the neutral corners. So you power roll for Ratman and Bobbin. So hopefully you might be able to do that. And yes, he does. A 9. So he will charge you into the corner and gets the momentum out of you, Alan, shockingly enough. So again, we want to our next spot, lads. So give us your rolls. Okay, this is interesting. Ratman and Bobbin rolled at 18 altogether. So they take the next spot. So Ratman and Bobbin are in the neutral corner here. So Ratman has pinned Alomorph to a corner. And what I want him to do is, what would I want Ratman to do? I want him to do a double team spot. So he's gonna take Alomorph into their corner. It's gonna be a bit of a double team. And basically, what's gonna happen is Ratman, I would hope, is gonna be gonna try and get Alomorph into a backbreaker position. And then Bobbin is gonna take to the middle rope because the top rope is too dangerous, of course. And he's basically just gonna go just dead weight onto Alomorph. So because
That's the Alomorph thing, though.
It really is. So again, I treat this as 2 rolls essentially for Ratman and Bobbin. So it'll be a work for Ratman to do the backbreaker, and then the look roll for Bobbin for a flop. So okay, so that's the backbreaker and the look roll. Okay, so overall, both of them rolled a 6. All right, so that means that basically Alomorph, you get to reverse your way out of this backbreaker spot.
Okay, fuck. Oh, can I be in the backbreaker position, and when he goes for the flop, I get over and he hits your man's knee?
Yep, that works. That'd be a look roll for that Alomorph, +1. And an 8 altogether. So yes, you do avoid the backbreaker. Bobbin will collide into Ratman, and we get a bit of a separation there as well, which is good. So again, we take our next spot then to see if we can take advantage from there. So okay, so it's a 6 and a 9 altogether, so 13 to beat. We have a 9 here and a
6 and a 9. Hold on, what did I?
6 and a 9 is 15, not 13.
15, yeah. Did I say? Yeah. What did I say? 15? Yeah, I was wrong.
It's
Sorry.
like 13, which completely confused me. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
not that bad.
It's okay. Sorry about that. Either way, it was a 10 as well for the other rolls. So it was a 9 and a 10, which means that Ratman and Bobbin do actually take advantage from this. So what I want here, I want Alan Moore to be reaching for the tag. He's going to be crawling and crawling and crawling and crawling. And basically, I want Bobbin to do literally the exact same thing, go boom, and squash Alan Moore, basically. So,
oh my God, do you remember that spot from age ago that I called? That was like kind of the two guys flopping and missing for ages.
yes.
Oh my God, it's coming back to bite me in the...
It
Oh.
really fucking is. So, yeah, again, it'll be a -1 look for Bobbin here. Let's see if he can make it work. He doesn't. It's going to be a 6 overall. So, Alan, you're reaching for a tag here, potentially. Bobbin's going to miss. Do you take the tag?
No.
Oh, okay. Right. What are you going to do, Bobbin? What is Alan Moore going to do? So
Bobbin.
No, Bobbin is going to, I'm thinking, so if you're not going for the ropes, he's flopped around, right?
Watch him backtrack.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now what's Bobbin doing here. So he's collapsed on, he's getting back up. So Alan Moore, you do have a chance to hit him here if you want to.
I want to hit him with a curb stomp. As he's getting
All right. That's fair. That's fair. It's a +1. +1 real. Ooh, it's nearly 11. Nicely done. Nearly an audience, but you get the momentum out of it, and Bobbin is almost certainly fucking curb stomp. That has to be said.
Can I after the curb stomp then go for the tag?
You could, yeah, you could definitely.
So
yeah,
I just stop him to make the point and then tag in Violet.
Yep. No, perfect. So Violet can tag in from here then. So the next spot then will be between Violet Storm and Bobbin then. So Grant, so give us your rolls and we go from there. 6, 10.
What's it?
Go for it. 10 and 20 to beat. Good stuff. So we have a 6 and we have a 9. So Violet, the spot is yours.
Okay, so is Bobbin still laid out on
Selling
there?
the curb stomp, yeah.
Okay.
He's kind of like the turtle on his back here going.
What have I done?
You've killed Bobbin, that's what you did. You know what you did.
And I basically using the momentum of the ropes for a double stomp to the back.
Double stomp to the back, yeah, that's fine. That's a luck roll, Violet, and it's a +1 because you boosted that stats this week. Critical stomps to Bobbin, and that's an audience for Violet Storm. Nicely done. So yeah, good stuff on that. Yeah, so Violet, take it away from there. Sorry, no, apologies. That's the next spot. I'm getting my wires crossed here today. It's been a weird night. So, yeah, I'm getting my wires crossed completely here. So, yes, we're actually at the halfway mark of the match here. We're at the halfway mark, so we have 7 spots left. So, guys, give us your rolls first. 8 and 7. So 15 to beat for Ratman and Bobbin. That's a 5. Not good start. It was a 12. So what I'm gonna do here, obviously Bobbin is on the curb stomp here, so I want Violet Storm to kind of keep working over him here, and Ratman is going to make the save here. So I'm gonna go for a double spot again, right? So again, Ratman has a bit of a height advantage over everyone here. So I want Violet Storm to start working for perhaps a storm warning. Go for sharpshooter from there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically get Ratman to go for hopefully a big boot to Violet Storm, and then also a big boot to Alan Morph. Right? So again, it's a straight roll for both. So first off the Violet Storm, and it is a 7. Okay. And then the big boot to potentially Alan Morph, a 6. So Alan Morph, you get to duck, you get to avoid the big boot. So I'll give you the return on this spot here. So what do you want to do to evade the big boot?
I can see it coming, like I see him hit Violet, I'm like, then he goes to the boot on me. I step out of the way and just clock him with a clothesline.
Clothesline, fair enough. That'll be a work roll on that then. So straight roll. That's a 7, so that works. So that helps out Violet Storm then, because she can then recover from the big boots, and then Ratman gets ushered out from the by the referee. So that's their double spot done, and we move on to the next one, lads. So again, give us your rolls. Violet Storm's still the legal person. 7 and a 5. Okay, so 12 to beat. All right, then we have a 10 starting off. So
Come on, Snake Eyes.
and a 7. So it is to
It's like Snake Eyes, but
that's very much not Snake Eyes. So this one's going to go to Ratman and Bobbin. So yeah, obviously Bobbin's gonna basically literally roll his way to the corner, and Ratman will tag himself in, and then start working over Violet Storm here. So what I want him to do then is what do I want him to do here with Violet Storm? I'm gonna go for power move, actually. I'm gonna go for power move with Ratman and Bob, with Ratman in particular. So he's gonna pick up Violet Storm for a power bomb. Straight up power bomb, straight roll. Can Ratman and Bobbin pull it off?
Shields-esque.
Power bomb successful. Ratman hits a power bomb on Violet Storm. So this is getting interesting, lads, with 4 spots to go. So again, lads, give us your rolls again on this one. 10 and 6. So 16 to beat on that. 10 for presumably Ratman. So it goes to Bobbin here. Can he make a difference? Yes, he can. It was an 8. So again, Ratman's going to keep in control of this match, and I will get him to do a. So Bobbin's going to be still recovering here. So it's all Ratman for this point on. So I'm going to get him to whip Violet Storm into the corner and go for a Stinger Splash. So it's a luck roll, -1. Can he pull it off? He cannot. Violet Storm, you get to dodge the Stinger Splash. So what do you want to do next?
Am I intercepting him before he gets me into a splash?
Yes, before, yeah. Whichever way you want to do it. You can either dodge it or intercept it, whichever way you want to play it.
Okay, can I intercept it with a Fiat Panda?
I think you can.
Ooh.
I think you can. It'll be a luck roll, +1.
Okay.
13! Critical Fiat Panda!
Damn.
That's your audience. And not only is it your audience, Violet Storm, it's also your secret objective. So
Is she stealing my gimmick?
Interception.
I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't my secret objective.
yes. So critical Fiat Panda stops Ratman well in his fucking tracks.
Good question. Whereabouts in the ring are they now?
So Bobbin is kind of like recovering on the apron, and Ratman is now presumably sparked out all across the fucking mats here. So
Cool.
they're in prime position to be worked over here in a sense. But yeah, Violet Storm like bringing the sass out of that spot there has to be said. So yeah, guys, it's looking good for you at the minute. Few more spots to go. So guys, give us your next rolls. 9 and 4, 13. Okay, so 7 and a 9. So the next spot will go to Ratman and Bobbin. So again, Ratman's going to be selling the Fiat Panda here. So I want there to be a little bit of niggle between Alan Morphin and Violet Storm over the Fiat Panda, just a little bit, just like, come on, what the fuck? And when that happens, Bobbin will have taken advantage, and he's going to try and go for a German suplex on Violet
How
Storm.
about Jonathan? How about after she hits the Panda, she goes for the pin? I just go in and like take her off to pull. Like, what the hell?
Do you know what? That works. That actually really works. Okay, because that can work to Ratman and Bobbin's advantage. So, yeah, give us a look roll on that, Alan. +1, because it's an interesting spot, like, and it works. So you ruin the pin for your own team.
And I was just
You
pointed
see-
ahead. Like, I can play my games too. Like,
Ooh,
Oh, I
and
got
again, now the commentator's going, well, this is it. The first shots are starting to be fired here between these two championship contenders. One using the finishing maneuver, and I have to say it was done superbly well, and the other really taking offense to that. Again, they are on the same team here, and they're trying to win this match for their team, but this is the stuff that could jeopardize that. So, lovely stuff. Lovely bit of storytelling, lads. I love it. And we move on with it. We have 2 spots left in on that. So, guys, give us your next rolls. 6 and 8. Okay, 14 to beat. That's a 7. And another 7. Guys, roll again. 10. And an 8. Okay, 18. That's better. That's a 5. Okay, this should be for elementary. Yes, that's a 7. So it's going to go to you guys then. So Violet, you are a technically legal person in this match still. Ratman is obviously was being pinned, and Bobbin is now more or less recovered on the apron. So what would you like to do next?
I want to tag in Alamorph and go.
Alamorph, what goes to you?
Leo Chop kind of gave me not a puppet. Oh, I know. She goes to give me the normal tag, but trips, chops my chest. My chest is still sore. Okay, you tripped over Batman's lanky ass legs. That's, or something. But she gives me a chop. My chest is still sore. So like I get like rage. Step in, climb the top up, and go for the Gale Force.
Oh,
And
shit's happening here.
Can I ask how much momentum do I have?
Okay, well, I was taking your momentum as a team. So you currently have 9 momentum to spend as a team.
Can I spend 3, Mrs. Storm, please, lady? Because it's
Oh,
both
crap.
us. Cool. Can I spend
Okay.
3? Because
All right, so you're spending 3 for the team here.
yeah.
Go for it. Ooh, it's an 8. It is going to hit, but it's not snug. You're going to hit the Gale Force Moonsault. And again, the crowd are starting to get like, ooh, it's like kind of rumblings in the crowd as you're both like seeing finishes off each other. Rabble, indeed. So in that case then, so Jerry, you have hit the moonsault. Are you going for a pin here or are you leaving it?
I'm going to tag Violet back in to say, boom. There you go.
I love it. So yes, so the last spot then is going to be between Violet Storm and Ratman here. So guys, give us your rolls on this last bit of the match. 8 and 6. Okay, it's a 14. Okay, we have a 6. And we have a 4. So Violet, it's to you.
Okay. This isn't the finisher, or is it the finisher?
It's the last spot before the finish.
Okay. Is he fading up, or is he still?
I think he should be. I don't think, not from the moonsault. I think you might argue that Bobbin might try and come in.
He dead.
Yeah.
Fuck it, can I go for a Storm Warning and try and just tap Ratman out?
You could certainly try. It'll be a work roll on that. So straight roll, see how good this ignition is. And it's an 8. Okay, right. So you get the momentum out of it anyway. So I'll do a custom roll for Ratman here. And he will match it with a 9. So what I'm going to do is, because he's after taking 2 finishers to his credit, I am going to keep him in the Storm Warning, but I'm going to get Bobbin to basically belly flop him out of danger, basically. So it'll just like take you out and not necessarily knock you out as such, but it'll take you out of the Storm Warning, and that'll roll us into the finish. So I'll take suggestions from you guys. What would you like to do for your finishes between the two of you? What would you like to do? So Violet, you're obviously in the ring at the minute. So how would you like to finish your match at the minute?
Okay. So what? Say the refs got Bobbin back out of the ring,
Mhm.
and before I can pretty much get up, I want to go for another Gale Force.
Yeah, for
And
moonsault. Show
yeah.
Alan how it's done. Yeah, that's how we're going with it. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
pretty much.
Casey, how about yourself? Do you want to jockey back on that ending?
Yes, I do. Very much so. I want her to go to the top rope. She does it at the corner.
Mm-hmm.
As she's about to jump, I tag in and go for the death by roll up.
Okay. Okay, interesting. I like this. I like how this is going to go. So, right then. So for Rappin and Bobbin, I do want basically the two of you to kind of trip over yourselves at this point. So it'll be a case of like there's kind of tag in, all this kind of happening in the meantime. So whoever is at the expense, whoever is the last to be tagged in, I might go by roll, like flip a coin, whoever is last in the ring will basically literally just get rolled up by Rapman. Actually, no, I'm not going to do a roll. That's not fair. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get him to do his Batmarine finishing maneuver, which is the short arm clothesline with the sound effect. So basically, if he's bottled the roll, essentially, that's what's going to happen.
Oh.
So
Who do you
here's how
think
this
you're talking to? Don't mention bottle rolls to me.
So here's how this is playing out. Rappan and Bobbin currently have 6 momentum, right?
Yep.
The team of the Violet Beavers has 7. Well, 8 actually. Sorry, I forgot to count the last spot. So 8 momentum altogether, right? So you have an ascendancy of 2, and then we shall see who out of the 2. We'll see which one of you has a better roll, and we'll go for whatever finish you have, right? So no pressure, Alan. But let me set the pace first as Rappan and Bobbin. So it's a +6 roll, and it is a 10 altogether. So let's see who gets the better roll here between the two. It's a 9.
Oh.
Oh, it's a 4. Okay, and then to throw Bobbin's 2 cents into it is a 5. So the Violet Beavers are going to win, and it's going to be Violet Storm's finish. So it is the Gale Force. So unless you want to incorporate anything from the Alan Morph said there, the tag in, tag out, are you happy to go with your Gale Force Moonsault finisher?
What do you think, Casey?
Because I did the Tiki tag back in, I take out for Fiat Panda again.
Or what if you tag in on the blind? I do the Gale Force, but you get the pin.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay then. So that's what's going to happen. So so you'll do the Gale Force Moonsault, like literally, like you'll tap like Violet's foot on the way down, let's say, and you'll go for the pin. The referee's going, no, there was a count, and Violet Storm, like you're referencing the referee here as that's happening. Alan Morph will hit Rapman with the Fiat Panda. He'll take the pin. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell! Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the team of Alan Morph and Violet Storm. Comments going, well, like I said, it didn't take long for the tensions to ratchet up in the Violet Beavers, and as you saw there, Alan Morph perhaps getting the last laugh here, a well-needed win here against the tag team champions, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Violet Storm and Alan Morph have tried to spend this match one-upping each other, and it nearly cost them the victory here against the tag team champions, but ultimately they have reigned victorious here, and it's just another step on this tumultuous road between these two championship contenders. So with that, Alan Morph, you will get first twist on the afters.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know what I want to do. I want to just walk past Violet, grab my title, walk by her again. As I'm walking up the ramp, there's a little kid in a Violet Beaver t-shirt. He's like, Alan, I'm just like, blow by him. But as Violet walks up, she's like, oh shit, come here, gives him a hug and all.
Ah, that's nice. That's nice. I like that. I like that as a finish. How about yourself, Kira? Do you want to throw
Yeah.
it on top of that?
No,
you
I'll
have to
go
go?
with that.
There you go. There you go. And again, the commentators will kind of remark on that going. You can see now the dynamic between these two is quite fascinating now. Alan Moore very much that streak of defiance has rolled in here, and he's trying to show that yes, he can certainly try and stand on his own 2 feet here. He doesn't need the ball of beavers. He doesn't need the adulation of the crowd. We've seen before that can go one of 2 ways. Just ask Silver Fox that question. But either way, Alan Moore has made his decision, and whichever way it works for him, winner takes all is shaping up to be an intriguing night overall. We still have 2 weeks to go from there. But for now, from everyone here at Future Wrestling, we'll see you next time on the VCR Network. Doors open. Well, look where the cat dragged in. Where have you been hiding?
Could say the same about you, brother. You busy?
Yeah, I could do with a break. You want a beer?
Sure. If you got one going.
Always. So, what's in your minds? You all ready for your comeback?
Yeah. That's kind of the reason why I'm here.
Oh yeah? You getting cold feet about putting Liam over?
No, nothing like that. It's just that a few things have changed since that time I agreed to the match.
Okay. Go on.
Okay. I know I should have been upfront about this beforehand, but I can't go anymore. I'm done.
Fairly sure I've heard you say that 5 times by now.
Yeah, probably more. But this time, it's for real. My knee is fusing. Can't take any more strain, or else it's locked for good.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thanks. But I've been holding off getting it fixed. Kind of didn't want it to admit it to myself. That was really as bad as it was, but it is. I really need to get it done.
Shit. Oh, that's gonna cost you a lot.
Yeah, like I could be getting 3 or 4 different ones. It depends on how bad the damage is. They said, and even then, like the doctor said that I won't be wrestling again, and that's just to make sure that I can actually still walk.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. Look, at this point, you need to look after yourself. But you got a date yet?
Yeah. First stop is in 3 weeks, and then they'll go from there. See how much else is needed. Same night as the live show too.
Well, at least you'll have something to watch when you're done.
I guess. I do kind of feel sorry for Liam. I really, really did wanted to give him a good match, but I couldn't, even if I tried.
No, I understand that. I'll tell Liam. We'll work something out.
Sorry for letting you down, brother.
Nah, don't worry about it. I can think of a good replacement.
I'm sure you will. At least you'll have Cyrus back soon, right?
Doubt it.
Huh? Was he not healing up after a knock himself?
That's apparently the story going around.
But it's not the case.
No, I fired him.
You did?
Yeah. Motherfucker crossed me.
How? Was he getting? Wasn't he getting you back in ring shape?
He was. But all that while, everything I was saying was going straight to fucking Rose and his buddies.
Oh shit! What the fuck was he thinking?
Probably thought he could get some sway with the network by screwing me over. Huh. That worked out well.
So, how did you find out?
I had a hunch. Something about the stuff he was asking about was making me suspicious. Really specific stuff that no one else would give a shit about. Like, someone was telling him to ask about these things, you know? So anyway, I set him a little test. I said to him after a drill that my shoulder was acting up, but I said that I'm taking something forwards. Over-the-counter stuff. A few weeks later, the VCR network does a spot test for urine screens.
I don't remember that. Wasn't aware they were able to even do that.
They didn't do any spot tests. I was told the entire crew was getting tested for wellness purposes. But I asked around, and the only person tested was me. A couple of days later, I returned a negative test. So the network looked like tits and said that they had a tip-off.
Fucking hell. Like, they sold him down the river?
Yeah, that was just Rose covering for himself. They ditched him because he was their mole. They can deny to the moon and back. But I'm not a fucking idiot. Either way, I didn't appreciate the betrayal of trust, so I made sure his deal didn't roll over to the second season. So he's gone. And if I have anything to do with it, he ain't coming back.
Damn. Takes a lot to piss you off, brother.
Yeah, well, fair to say my trust won't be going to many others around. Who knows who else they've turned.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
So, about these ops, between you and me, you covered for them?
Covered?
Money-wise. Look, you can be cool about all you want, but that's going to cost you a lot. You sure you can afford it?
Yeah. I'm covered. Wouldn't have gone for them otherwise.
You must have had a rainy day fund after all then.
Kinda.
Oh, right. I remember now. Your brother's a big tech guy, isn't he? He must be the one giving you the help out.
Yeah. But I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but yeah, he said he'd help out.
Ah, right. Well, that's all I need to know then. Here's to the bionic Nathan Youngblood.
Yeah. I'll drink to that.